What's up everybody, Arrg the Pirate here, and today we're going to be playing Tank Support Steel. First, let's go over Steel's deck. Pick up Centurion, a Mender's Vial, and a Shepherd's Vial. Now let's get into the real cards. You're first going to want to pick up a 6-point Circlet of Health, then followed by a Sage's Ward. Now don't upgrade the Sage's Ward quite yet. Pick up a 7-point Quenching Scales, or your 6-point Honor of the Pure, whichever one you're feeling more comfortable with. But you want to get both those online before you fully upgrade Honor of the Pure. Then go into an Elder Mage Amulet with 5 points in health and 2 in power, just to make you more tanky. Then your Tempered Plate and Tuned Barrier. They're both built the same with 4 points in your armor and 3 points in health. Now I do have a Purity Sensor and a Thermo Bond online. You can swap these out for any of your other cards in case you're dealing with an Aurora, or if they have a lot of CC. Go ahead and swap that Thermo Bond out for your Tuned Barrier, and that'll just keep you alive a little bit more. The Thermo Bond has 2 points in ability armor extra, so that'll help, bridge that gap a little bit. Now let's get into some gameplay. Now Steel is quite possibly the most aggressive support in the game. He's your engager, he's your frontliner. His kit just really allows him to get out there, stay out there, and really just kind of disorient the team by just pushing them around, stunning them, throwing up this giant shield so they have to run on the other side of it to, do any range damage. He's very good at not only being a frontline hero, he can really take just an insane amount of damage from ability heroes with his passive. And if you see there, 2 minutes, I'm able to dive a tower and secure this Greystone kill. I do almost go down for it, but luckily my Murdoch was able to, really get those last few hits that we really needed to secure that kill. I'm able to come back in lane, get there right around the time Greystone shows up, and really continue to just put pressure on. Now, to be quite honest, I prefer Steel in a support position over the offlane. He can be a very good offlane hero, but typically when you are in that offlane hero, that's your lane. You need to make sure that it gets pushed. And if you are building a true frontliner or, a almost full tank, you're not going to have enough damage or wave clear to successfully take care of that lane, in the later game when their waves of minions are, much larger. I like being as a support, that way I can, always be aware and conscious of what my ADC's doing. If I need to rotate, I can. Anytime I see he's going to go on in and engage, I can fairly quickly get over to him, and my ultimate can, turn that fight from him fleeing or running away to us getting a kill or even a double kill. Now Steel does do a decent amount of damage if you build power on him. His ultimate paired with his rush can really do a lot of damage, but at the same time, those abilities, in my opinion, are better used for securing kills instead of actually getting kills. Now, we had a pretty big team rotation right there. They ended up pulling 3 enemies over. I was able to rush their Wraith to keep him from getting in close range to our Murdoch, so he didn't rewind him. He ended up rewinding me and I died for it, but our ADC did survive, and with such a large team rotation, we were able to make a little bit of progress in that mid lane tower. Here at about 13 minutes in is our first real team engagement. We've had a couple of picks, I've died once. It hasn't been too eventful so far, but Revenant and Wukong are really putting pressure on us, and Grux shows up with purple buff, and we're able to get this kill onto Revenant. And then me and Wukong, we're gonna dish it out. I did not see someone heading in from the river, or that Seraph heading in from the river. And, you know, I had my blood rage going, but I see her over there, and she actually ends up downing Grux. So I head over there to hopefully help out, but luckily Iggy was able to secure that, and me and Wraith are here able to just demolish this Wukong once he loses everybody else and we can really focus him. Now, as a tank, I was able to just take a ridiculous amount of damage there. If you look, Wraith, he's at full health. He never really even got hit. Everybody was focusing me, and even though all I have on is my Circlet of Health and my Quenching Scales, I'm already to the point of being tanky, and I can just really withstand a lot of damage. At 15 minutes, Iggy, Grux, and me all head over to Raptors to secure these. Now, they had a ward, and it probably wasn't the best idea to go ahead, but I mean, we've got me as a tank, Grux is building just kind of pure fighter, and Iggy's, you know, Iggy's doing actually really great in this game. I'm able to get a really nice shield bash onto Wraith and Seraph, kind of knock them up. We end up securing those 2 kills. Now I start leaving, but Iggy kind of goes back in on this Greystone to try to finish him off. And so I'm going to stay in there, you know, support him the best I can. He ends up hitting his ult. Now, I use my shield bash to just knock him out so we can both get away. And luckily that worked out. Me and Iggy both do end up getting away. Now, I instantly head over to our off lane. I'm very low on health, and there's not going to be a whole lot I can do other than just kind of keep them off this tower. I got lucky, and when Grux showed up, they went, hey, we're going to get out of here. So I am able to back. Now, in this game, we've had a ton of staggered deaths on their part. Not our team, but the enemy team. They're just constantly one of them down, and I was pushing off lane when I noticed Seraph was going into Orb Prime. I'm able to shield bash her and rush her and actually end up picking up that kill. Wraith was lucky enough to get away around that corner. You know, I have a feeling he probably would have got away whether I shield bashed or not, but we made sure that he was able to stay alive, and getting that kill gave me enough points to get Arrg the Pirate, and now we're not only super tanky, but we're able to self-heal and give our team a shield. So right now, we're kind of in the full swing of being a good support. Now, here at 22 minutes, I'm at their tier 2 tower here in mid lane, and I say, hey, I'm going to go put some pressure on this. Maybe we'll get some rotation and we can push another lane. I was about to get that shield bash off right whenever I got rewound. Now, they've all kind of came out of their tower chasing kills, which, as you can see with us just melting their Seraph, that was a bad choice on their part. Murdoch was able to get that kill before my ultimate went off, but we've downed their mid laner and their jungler, leaving Wukong and Revenant here in mid lane, and they're going to struggle very hard to actually keep these towers. Now, Wukong did dip out because I was about to get him with that, but if you see there, I thought that was the funniest thing. Murdoch was just sitting there taking those hits from Revenant, just lining that shot up, and ended up getting a pick on Wukong. We're able to down that tier 2 tower, and you know, this actually ends up being a very short game. We're able to go ahead and push this inhib with 4 of their team down. Now we are able to get this mid inhib, and we kind of start pushing up on the core, but we really don't have any minions with us. And since it is only 24 minutes in, the minion waves are still fairly small. we still have 2 of their tier 2 towers up, so we're gonna just go ahead and back up from here, go press this other tower, and maybe pick up another inhib so we can start, you know, kind of putting more pressure on it. It's still so early in the game that it's going to be very hard for us to, you know, really make a whole lot of progress just because the minion waves are so small. Now here at 25 and almost 26 minutes, we really make our final push. We're able to get this tier 2 tower and then end up picking up this inhib. Now Revenant ulted me, and you can't do anything when Revenant ults you. You can't do damage on the tower. All you can do is take tower damage and take damage from Revenant. So it's best that I just get out of there, let it reset. We end up picking up this kill on Revenant, pushing this tower or this inhib, and then pushing core and wrapping this game up. Now, I would just like to say, Steel is a very fun character, and if you enjoy being in the middle of the fight, he's just an absolute blast to play. And I would highly recommend trying out this type of, you know, full support, kind of full tank build. It is a lot of fun, and I would just highly recommend it. Well, if you enjoyed this video, show me some love, leave me a comment, think about subscribing, and let me know if I can do anything to improve or if there's a video you'd like to see. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next video.